Okay, good morning. My name is Philip Damiano. I'm now going to do some practical demonstrations on using Linux Command Tool Terminal. The first thing we need to do is to open up a terminal. So I'll just go up here into Applications, System Tools, and open up the terminal inside Linux. Okay. Now the first demonstration is I'm going to show a command that will show network adapters and statistics. So the first one shown in this demonstration is what we call ifconfig space minus or dash a and hit enter. Okay, now what this shows for all our Ethernet cards, again in this case I've got the one ETH0. Okay, so this shows our IP address, our broadcast and our mask. So this will define what our system is broadcasting. On the top here under hardware it shows our physical address or MAC address. To show more statistics on the network, the next command and type is IP space dash S space link. Hit enter. Okay. So this will give us more statistics. Okay, another one we can also try is cat space slash proc slash net slash dev. Okay, again that also shows more statistics: packets, errors, drops, framed, compressed, transmitted, bytes, etc. So we're now just going to clear this out by typing in clear, clear, and it takes us back to a clear screen. Now we're going to just type in ifconfig and hit enter without the dash a. Dash a, what that gives us, it displays all interfaces which are currently available, even if down. Okay, as I said before, if you're looking at this, you can see our configuration. This shows our IP address, a broadcast, and a subnet mask. And again, under hardware, it's our MAC address. On the bottom is our local loopback. There are certain services on the system that requires a loopback. It actually puts no traffic out on your network card. Okay, we will now clear this screen by typing in again as shown before, clear. Okay, next demonstration we're going to do now is how to show a routing table in Linux. Again, with the terminal open, we're going to now use the route ROUT space then. Okay, so this now shows our kernel IP routing table. Okay, another option we can use is to use a netstat. So it's netstat followed by dash rn. Okay, again that also shows our routing tables. It's got our destination, gateway, and our subnet mask. Clear this. Okay, now the example to show routing is IP ROUTE space show. Okay, this says that all traffic to all other addresses in the 192.168.162.0/24 range is to be sent straight to the local network segment attached to interface F0. All other traffic follows the default route and is handed over to the router with IP 172.16.162.2. Clear that. We want to find out what the host name is of my system. So if we type in sorry, just going to select that. So if we type in host name and hit enter, you can see the host name on my system is now is called Philip. Clear this. Okay, the next demonstration I'm going to show is if we type in NETSTAT space dash AT. Now what this will do is show us, okay, netstat minus 18 will provide you with all the listening ports on your network card. That means if you're running any services, it will have a port open on your machine, accepting incoming connections. So this is known as a listening port. Clear that. Okay, the next command I'm going to show you now, again inside the Linux terminal, is, let's say I want to know to display the physical memory that is on my system. So the command to type in that, if we type in cat space slash proc/meminfo, hit enter. Okay, so this will now show us, just expand this a little bit, scroll back up. Okay, so this will now show us a total memory, a free memory, so we're currently buffers, it's cached, swap cached, etc. Okay, now we hit the clear command. Is a command that shows our used and free memories. Now we want to show this in megabytes. Now to do this is we type in free space slash m. Okay, and now that will show us our total. So in total memory is 3,784 megabytes. Currently it's used 993 megabytes of that of the total of 3,784 megabytes, 2,791 megabytes are free. A swap size of 3,071, and none of that is used, and total is 3,071 is free. Okay, next thing again, we type in clear, so we clear out of that, and we've got a clear screen. Next command I'm going to show you now, display and update the top CPU processors. So I want to now see what's using up the most CPU processors. So if we type in the command top, again highlight, just click on that, type in top. Okay, you'll now see that currently what is using up CPU processors. So we haven't got anything running at the moment, but if we did run something, for example, let's go into applications and let's open Firefox web browser. Okay, let's go back into the screen. You will now notice that 25.7 has just dropped down to 1.7. 2.7, so it will vary. It will show what's using most of the CPU. It will always be up the top. So our Firefox now is currently third on the list, as you can see there. Okay, so if we open something else, if we go into applications, office, let's open this application here, go back into it, and you now notice that's 7%, 5.6, and it constantly updates what processors are used the most on the top. Okay, so let's just clear that. Now type in CLEAR to clear the screen again. Okay, the next demonstration I'm going to show you now is how to show all chains of the NOT table. Okay, in order to do this, I'm going to use the command also, you must make sure you're logged in under root. So to check that, just type in SU shift, and I am already logged in as root. If I was not, it will then ask me for a password, which I type in my password, hit enter, and be logged in as me root as a super user. Now, in order to show the chains of the NAT table, I'm going to use the command IP tables / minus T space NAT minus LIST. Okay, now I don't have a firewall turned on, so the following IP table shows that there are no firewall rules defined on this system. Okay, let's clear out of that. Now, our next command, we're going to show how show all HTTP traffic. So the command we use for this is a simple one called this one right here, TCP dump. Hit enter. Now this will now monitor all traffic going through our HTTP, as you can see. Well, hello, welcome back. In the next demonstration, using the Linux command line terminals, we're going to do something different now and pretend that I'm a network administrator for a company. Now this company is going to have set up firewall IP table rule configured to send Icmp echo requests, pings, and in turn accept the expected Icmp echo replies. So in order to do this, the rules are, first we'll go into the terminal, maximize this. Now we want to be in the root, so we type in su space our password. Okay, now if I type in IP tables space dash capital L, this will show our current, what our firewall is set up. Okay, so what we'll need to do is add the input to rules, and these are done via these commands: IP tables space dash capital A capital output space dash P space ICMP space dash dash ICMP dash type space echo dash request space dash J and capital accept, and hit enter. Now we need to add the inputs, so to do that we again type in IP tables dash -A capital input dash P space ICMP space dash dash ICMP dash type space echo dash, this time instead of request we put in reply space dash J and again accept and hit enter. Now if we go into IP tables and check settings, you'll now notice that our rules have been created. Now let's pretend that I've noticed an abnormal high amount of ICMP packets are being processed through the server. This is a potential indication of a DDoS attack. Okay, so what can we do to eliminate this potential? To protect the network from potential DDoS attacks, yet at the same time ensure connectivity for maintenance purposes, we can change the IP rules to reject ICMP packets from all IP ranges except 192.168.0.1. In order to do this, the command we type in is IP tables space dash capital A space capital input space dash M space ICMP space dash P space ICMP Icmp space dash dash Icmp dash type space any space hyphen space dash dash source src space 192.160.0.1/24 space dash J, and this time we type in reject and enter. Okay, so now if we check the rules that I've just set up on the IP tables by again typing IP tables space dash capital L. Okay, you will now notice that it's set up to reject all IP requests, incoming requests, bar 192.168.0.1. Okay, thank you. So let's just clear out of that. Thanks for watching the demonstration. Hello, welcome back again. Continue on our practical demonstration of skills using Linux command line terminals. In this example, again, as in the last example, we're going to pretend that I'm a network administrator for a company server. Okay. Now, I suspect a rootkit was installed in the server. To isolate the server from the rest of the network and perform a rootkit scan, I'm going to use chkrwoot kit. Now, to do this, we go again as before. We are going to go into Systems, Tools, Terminals. Okay, SU. Type in password. Okay, so like I said before, we are now going to use what's called chkrootkit. I think it stands for check rootkit. Don't judge me for that. Now, let's pretend I don't have this installed on my system, so I'm going to start from scratch on the source and where to find to install it and how to install and run the actual the program to check for any rootkits, viruses, etc. To do this, now we type in wg space ftp and hit enter. Now we're connected, we've logged in. Okay, next thing we now need to do now we need to unpack the tar file, and to do that we type in tar space xvfz space chkrootkit.tar.gz. Now we need to change the directory into the rootkit, so this version is okay, so we type in change directory chkrootkit -0.50, hit enter. We're now into the directory. Now we need to run. To run, we type in sudo space dot slash CHKROTKIT. Okay, so now it's checking. Okay, briefly looking at this. Okay, does not appear to have found anything. Nothing found, nothing found. Let's scroll up a bit. Nothing found, worm files, nothing. So my computer appears to be in good order. Not infected, not affected, not found. Okay, so that's looking good. Right, so our computer seems to be in good order. So obviously there's no rootkit attacks in there. Okay. Now, let's try another example. Let's now say I want to run this every night at 0300 hours, i.e. 3 AM, and have the results emailed to me. We use what's called a cron job. Now, in order to set this up, we will now type in 03. Okay, just looking for the command here. There is. 2, 3. Okay, so now it's an example. Obviously I want to protect my ID here, so I'm not going to put in my email address and have it advertised out there on YouTube land. So in this example I've typed in 03 asterisk asterisk asterisk. Okay, so what that means is 03, that's 0300 hours. So if we wanted 0315, it would be 15.3. If it was 30, 330, it'd be 33. We'll type in, if it's say 345, we'll put in the 45, then followed by the 3, etc. We'll then change to the directory where the check rootkit is installed, and then type in the following commands: /check rootkit space 2 pointy arrow to the right, don't know what it's called, and 1 space line up and down, again don't know what it's called, sorry, space mail space s, okay, and then brackets hyphens check rootkit space output hyphen, and then your email address, so whatever your email address, in this case I'm just using an example, admin@yourdomain.com, and then of course you hit your enter. Okay, so obviously in this case it's not going to work because I haven't directed it to the actual directory that the check root is located. Okay, thank you. Hello and welcome back once again. Last demonstration, I'm going to demonstrate a shutdown command that will reboot a system in the terminal. So I'm going to go to System Tools, Terminal, okay, SU, need to go into the root, type in your password, okay. Command we now type down if we want to reboot the system is shutdown space R space now, hit enter. Okay, now the system will shut down. I'm running Linux inside VMware Fusion on my Mac computer, hence why you are seeing this background. So I'll just see here, we'll just wait till this is rebooted. We might just fast forward at this point. And there you go, we are now booted up. Next final command I'm going to now demonstrate, again SU to go into the root, type in password. We are now going to type in the command that will actually shut down the computer, and that is shutdown space -h now, and hit enter. I'm very sorry. Okay, this is a good example. If you do one error in an input, it will not work. I typed in J instead of H. So let's try this one more time. Shut down, so I can leave you guys alone now. And bingo, there we go. Okay, so thank you for watching my demonstration. I do hope you enjoyed it. And bye for now.